It is official. It is 100%. We are living in the thick of it. These are wild times. We are officially in chapter 2. And I know we've been on chapter 2 for a very long time at this point, but I want to take a minute just to stop and appreciate where we are right now and what we've overcome and just how everybody's doing. I hope you're okay. Look, guys, I think we all lost our minds, myself included, when we heard about the military enlistments and how long they would be gone and how long it would be before they got back together again. But in that time of their absence or prepared absence, we have been receiving recorded videos, heartfelt messages. There's a lot of thought and time and love and dedication that goes into these things, and I think it's important that we appreciate them. But that is not it, all right? The pre-recorded messages, the episodes of Sagittarius, yeah, that's beautiful, that's awesome. That just reminds us it feels good to be Army. But we've gotten so much more than that. For me, it was Jin. You know, he was the first one to kind of step up and get into the military and just kind of pave the way for the guys. And before he left us with The Astronaut. One of the coolest music videos I've seen from any of the guys, honestly. I love the alien theme. He also had that beautiful performance of him with Coldplay doing it live. That was just awesome and sweet, and if you haven't seen the behind the scenes of that, it's just an awesome experience. Go check that out. Now, if I had to pick a favorite member, if I had to pick one that was my absolute favorite, my bias, call it whatever you will, it would be J-Hope. And what J-Hope did was absolutely groundbreaking. J-Hope releases Jack in the Box, and it surprises everybody, probably me the most. It's what I was deep down really wanting. I never expected it, but I was really looking forward to it. I always knew that he had this in him. I knew that he had this raw, gritty, alternative side that if he was willing to share with the world, it would be absolutely phenomenal, and it absolutely was. Then a few months go by, and I hear about this concert that's coming up, and I get very excited. Then I hear what the concert is, and I'm not so excited anymore. The concert is called Lollapalooza, and he's going up against some of the biggest acts in the world, and he's also headlining. That's right, he's playing in direct competition with Green Day. So for his first full-length solo concert, he's going to be performing on a stage in America. He's going to be performing against some of the biggest and best acts in the world. I have never been more nervous for him in my entire life, honestly. I watched it live with everybody, and I had so much anxiety, I didn't even know how to express it. But as soon as that first note hit, as soon as he popped out of the box and I heard the screams, I heard how loud the Army was, I saw those Army bombs, all that anxiety melted off me, and I was hit with a massive state of euphoria. Lollapalooza will go down in history as one of the greatest performances of all time, in my opinion. And of course, there's Jimin. Jimin comes out. We finally get a solo record from him, his first solo record, and it sells 1 million copies in the first day. Guys, this is almost completely unheard of. This is basically an anomaly in the industry. He then goes on to late night talk shows, charms the entire world, does some great performances for everybody. The band absolutely crushed some goals, absolutely crushed them. He's topping Billboard, although Billboard can suck a lemon in my opinion. Fuck you, Billboard. Nonetheless, he's still out there crushing streaming goals. He's just absolutely killing it with this album, holds some insane records. But on a more personal note, I'm really proud of him. I'm proud of him for coming out the way that he did and experimenting with sound and his voice and really showcasing himself in a true, authentic way and releasing a beautiful album for all of us. RM comes out of nowhere, all right, and drops his magnum opus on us, Indigo, all right, Indigo. A collection of some of his favorite artists and him morphing their sounds and their textures and their voices like a paintbrush, like the artist that he is. But then we heard from Suga, and he's like, hold on, guys, not so fast. I actually have something really cool in the works as well. He hit us with D-Day, possibly his magnum opus. I mean, guys, start to finish, it's a beautiful album. And then not even to mention the tour we just got. Now, this tour we just got was absolutely historic. It was beautiful. It was wild. I mean, his vocal progression, the sonic fidelity of the bit, everything was just so wild. The stage, I mean, dude, I could talk about it all freaking day, but there's other videos that do that, so I'm not gonna waste too much time here, especially the last 3 days. Oh my God, dude, all the surprises. If you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. All I'm saying is check out the last 3 days of the D-Day tour. You'll be pleasantly surprised. And then, of course, we got my boy JK out here putting in a ton of work as well. The guy has become one of the most popular live streamers out there right now, and a lot of the time, he's just sleeping. Now, in all seriousness, from what I've heard and seen from his streams, they've been pretty cool. It's been awesome to get the sneak peek behind the scenes and just what he's up to, and I highly appreciate what he's doing. But if you didn't have Weavers and you weren't into the streams thing, JK decided to go out and take it upon himself to break the goddamn internet. My boy JK's out there fucking 7 days a week and live streaming and just sleeping sleeping on stream, using fancy weird pillows and God knows what, doing karaoke, just absolutely out there killing it. But we haven't heard too much. We haven't heard too much from my boy V. What has he been up to? Well, we've seen little bits and pieces. He's been out in fashion shows, and I've seen some pictures of him dressed in the fancy garments. I don't know, man. I don't know shit about fashion. But then last month we were hit with something special. This came out of left field, guys. The lounge performance was just, oh my God, it was sweet and soothing and buttery, no pun intended, and it just kind of melted my soul. I loved it. I think that might be an indication as to what sort of music we can expect from V, and I've been saying this for a very long time now. But we have 2 new songs. I haven't checked out either of them yet. I want to do this one first because it dropped 2 days ago, and I could probably release it on YouTube because I like to wait, I don't know, a couple days before I release the stuff to YouTube. And the first song we're gonna check out from V is called Love Me Again. It's an official music video. Now guys, if you're new around here, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really help me out and I truly appreciate it. If you're into BTS reactions, I literally have 300 videos right now on Patreon going over every single album, almost every single tour. We're about to start off In the Soup Season 2. I've done all the other documentaries. We've done all the movies. Come hang out, check out what we got on Patreon. There's probably enough content over there to keep you busy for about a year. Let's check it out. Love Me Again. And please save the date, September 8th. Layover is gonna be dropping everywhere. I think you know what to do, Army. I thought my audio was off for a second.
I can't let you go, let you go. 그 말이 다인 거니 한마디만 남기고 후회하며 Let me know, let me know. 그래 너 솔직하게 다 말할래. 너는 매일 어떤 사람 어떤 곳에 몇 번씩이나 뭘 하는지 널 생각해. Lost without you. I wish you would love me again. No, I don't want nobody else. I wish you could love me again.
Okay, before we get into the drop or the next verse or whatever we're gonna get into here, I gotta talk about this for a minute. Yes, we got exactly what I was expecting. That rich, buttery baritone from V, but we're also hearing some high flutters as well. Very minimal processing on his vocals, kind of minimalistic in its approach, but this is definitely beautiful. Who doesn't love him anymore? Who's out there?
I wish you would love me again. No, I don't want nobody else. I wish you could love me again, again.
Oh, dude.
나만 자꾸 이런 거지. 내 옆에 있던 사람 괜찮니? 여천으로 천천히. Make you feel better, you make it forever.
Awesome accent here. I don't normally do this. I don't like to talk about their physical appearance much because I don't want to diminish their actual artistic integrity of the music, but I gotta mention it just here. The dude looks good. I've seen the fashion pictures. I've seen what he's doing, but I'm definitely digging this kind of like retro, sparkly mirror ball type of look. He looked awesome in the yellow thing there. The hair looks cool. It looks like he chopped it kind of himself. Like I said, guys, I don't know much about fashion, but I'm getting kind of like this like David Bowie vibe, and I'm comfortable enough to say this, you know, as a complete straight man, but this is a very good looking dude. Yeah, I love that.
어떤 곳에 몇 번씩이나 뭘 하는지 널 생각해. Lost without you, baby.
So dreamy, dude. Yeah, it's totally dreamscape. just ends like that? He just walks away? All right, it's par for the course. So the song itself was a little bit more atmospheric and kind of dreamy than I was expecting. I was expecting more of like that lounge jazz vibe. And well, we did get a touch of that with like the jazzy guitar and the Rhodes keys and everything in the background. This was a lot more dreamy. Lyrically, the subject matter is talking about loss and wanting to be loved again, and how that impacts you, and seeing someone that you love with somebody else, and the inner dilemma that causes. But a song like this, I feel like could be interpreted in many different ways, and I'm sure a lot of you will interpret it in a different way. And hey, that's totally fine. Music is absolutely subjective. Overall, man, I really enjoyed the look of the video too. It's very retro from the old TV to like, you know, the David Bowie-esque outfits that he was wearing. It was all very shiny and shimmery, and it just kind of like was in line with like the dreamscape atmosphere that we got from the music itself. But overall, man, yeah, I really enjoyed the song. I think V sounded absolutely fantastic. Great use of layering, minimal processing on his vocals. The song's structure was beautiful and it had a really nice build to it, but it still kind of stayed the same, you know, atmospheric, floaty level the entire way through. It's beautiful, man. It's classic V, and I really enjoyed it. And it just makes me even more excited to check out the Layover album. But as classic V, man, it's those classic deep baritone vocals that hold the whole thing together and just really just tie the whole thing up into like one digestible box, you know? And it's gorgeous, dude. I think he's gonna kill it. I think people are gonna be really surprised by this album, and it's just so cool to see them all doing their solo projects and them all having different sounds and them really working in the styles that they've probably wanted to do for years, but have been, you know, in BTS, so they haven't had the probably the time or the options to go off and do solo things, and it's just so cool to see them finally doing it and really expressing themselves in a more individual way. I got my calendar set for September 8th. You better believe I will be doing an album reaction. So yeah, there it is. Hopefully you enjoyed hanging out for a little while today. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. Like I said, check out the Patreon if you want a more in-depth look at my BTS reactions. Bye now.